Well,
Like, I'm not comfortable with the room right now.
I guess we were alive. Also, I got a new haircut. Whoop-de-fucking-do. And there's two motherfuckers in the background. One's Tony, one is Tay. And one's in my band, and one is not. So, welcome back to the podcast. My name's Trent. This guy's name is Will, but he doesn't have a face because he has a shitty place.
I apologize.
You should be sorry. Alright, and
I'll get it soon.
we got H2O because it is hot as balls. So,
Facts, dude. It was like 91.
it's
High
90
today,
right
yeah.
now.
It's 85 now in Virginia, but
Yeah, my thing keeps dying. Like,
start turning around the episode.
shut the fuck up. I'm trying to do something here. Not just kidding. But yeah, we got some shit to talk about. But first, I want to start it off with some dark humor. Yes, because we usually just talk about music and stuff. We need something funny. All right. I know you had one before, but we never put the joke on the podcast. I got one though. Why can't the UK and US play chess together? Because they're missing two towers and a queen.
Yo!
Fuck you. Get out of here. You suck.
Boo!
Alright.
God.
Oh yeah.
Sharing around servers.
You already told.
No.
You already
Some
told
of
my
them-
joke.
Yeah.
I mean your joke. Your joke. You already told me your joke. That's what I meant to say.
Oh yeah. I got one though. Okay. So why is it so hard to break up with Japanese chicks? You gotta drop the bomb twice before they get the message.
Heal. Oh yeah, and I had another one too. But I put it in the server like a few weeks ago. What's the difference between your job and your wife? Your job still sucks after 5 years.
Yeah, that's actually a good one. That's actually a good one. That's a really good one.
Alright, but anyways, you know what else sucks after 5 years? The new Wage War album, Stigma. That was really good.
God.
That was really good. Alright, but yeah. Alright,
But,
you wanna go first since you're the bigger
you
Wage War?
you can go first.
Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna be very brutal about it. So
Alright, so the first track, at first I was like, ugh. I did not like the little intro thing, but when the track actually got started, I was like, alright, it's a solid intro. And then Self-Sacrifice was alright. Magnetic, it's like whatever. I feel like if it did not have the breakdown, it'd be a lot better. And if it was like towards the end of the album, it would be better. Nails, I mean, it's basically just Manic 2.0. And then this song, Blur, I literally, right before I pressed play, I was like, this is going to be the most generic radio rock metalcore song ever. I pressed play, and I just skipped to the chorus. I was like, yep.
Yep.
And then Tombstone is probably one of the better songs on the album, and then everything else is just like mediocre. Yeah, I don't really have anything good to say about this album. In fact, it is probably worse than Pressure, which is that's a accomplishment. Congratulations.
Also, real quick, what's up, Charles? See you in the chat. What's up, man?
Oh yeah. What's up, bro?
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna be a lot more brutal than you are, though. I didn't like a single song on this album. I'm gonna be
Really?
honest with you.
I thought you
I
said
did
you
not.
liked the singles.
I did like the singles, but then with the album, they're not that good. That's what made me realize. So I was like, okay, if these are the singles, I can live with that. If the album is better,
Yeah.
which it wasn't. So here was I actually have a review written down for it.
Yeah.
So I didn't like it, obviously. Bless you, baby. I have someone in the background too. Sorry.
We
But
have a lot of
so
special guests.
yeah. So my review was, it, I agree. It may take Pressure's place as the worst, and I actually listened back to Pressure. It's better than I remember it being, because like there's still some duds. The same songs I didn't like, I still don't like, but it's a lot better than I remembered it being. But anyway, the lack of creativity and the repetitiveness of subpar lyrics is not my cup of tea at all.
My
The
bass is.
guitars, they sound extremely robotic. It's not always a bad thing, depending on what kind of song it is, but when it's in every single song and it's the only sound you can produce with them, that's a problem. And that could be disregarded in my mind if it wasn't so boring. Because, like, you even said this before. I'm pretty sure you said this before I put this in my review. By the end of it, I couldn't believe it was only 31 minutes because it felt like a fucking hour.
Yeah.
Being honest,
That's
how
what I
much
said.
it dragged on.
That's
Yes,
what I
you
said when I
that.
first listened to it. I was just like, damn.
Yeah, and I agree with that because I was like, oh no. When you said that, I immediately was like, oh no. Okay, let's not get my hopes up. Let's not get my hopes up because if you say it sucks, oh god, it normally sucks, and it did. And it got to the point where I honestly, by the time Blur came around, I actually liked the breakdown in Blur. I felt like it mixed. That's about the only thing about that song I like, though. If it was in a different song that was a bit more melodic and not just basic as shit, it would have been better.
Maybe the album will grow.
Yeah,
but...
yeah. And I don't think it's going to. I've listened to it twice since then, and it got to the point where I started skipping songs after Blur. And I understand people will like this. Die-hard Wage War fans will love this. I'm sure. I've seen people say this album's really good. I've seen people say this, but in my eyes, it's really not that good. It's not. And this is coming from someone like me who in high school really fucking loved Wage War. I enjoyed these guys. Deadweight, one of my favorite albums ever. Dead serious. It is peak metalcore. I loved it. And it sucks that they've fallen this far, but and I can't knock them for doing something different and doing something new that they haven't done before, but this is not the move. I'm sorry.
Bro, there's something stuck inside my microphone and I don't know what it is. My bassist was trying to ruin the podcast just like all bassists do. They always try to ruin everything. But now he's not here, so now I can say that. And he's probably not going to watch the podcast because he's a bitch. But, yeah.
My final rating of Stigma was a 3 out of 10. It probably will get worse.
But yeah, like, I've said albums suck. That actually got better. Like, for me, Bring Me the Horizon's new album, I really didn't like it when it first came out, but, like, it's grown on me a lot. I really like it. The 2 songs I really don't like on it, like... Well, I don't like the, what's it called? The one interlude, Pussy. That one's cringe. I don't like N.A. And I do not like, what's it called? Not 10 Statues That Cried Blood. I just said that's a banger, so that would be a lie. I love that song. What's it called? Bullet with My Name on It. Yeah, I thought that song was cringe. But 10
I don't like it. I don't like that album either.
10 Statues That Cried Blood is like their most positive song since like Throne, which they don't really have that many positive songs. All their songs are pretty sad. But it also, cause like at first I thought Dig It was a little cringe because like but I didn't like get the context, but apparently, Ollie went through some shit during lockdown. So, yeah. Also, we did not say you were a special guest, Charles. Even though we're happy you're here, we're saying that the people in our background were special guests. Like him. And like Tay. And like, yeah.
He's like, well, damn.
Well, damn. I thought I was special. Don't worry, I used to think I was special too.
My mama said.
Well, my mom said I was special.
My mama said I was special. My mama said I'm special.
Special needs.
God.
Alright.
What were some other releases that
Alright.
This month was very bland.
It was.
Very, very bland.
I don't even know if anything came out at the end of last month. Well, I know one thing came out this month that was a single, and of course I'm gonna like it. And it came with an album announcement that I already know that I'm gonna love the album, even though it's gonna be like 15 minutes long. And that is
Yeah.
the new Throne album, and the song. I hope it's the last single. Look at Me. It was really good. It had like a trap metal vibe at the beginning, so yeah, it's pretty cool. Um, Typical Throne song, breakdowns and self-deprecating lyrics.
Mhm.
Yes.
Well, actually, we do have a release that we ended up missing, actually, and I didn't tell you about it because I forgot about it until literally just now.
Mhm.
Crystal Lake dropped a new song.
Oh, nice.
It's called Blood God. It features Taylor Barber of Left to Suffer.
Ooh.
It's not bad. I mean, it's not. It's. I wouldn't say it's as good as the last couple singles,
I like
but
Crystal
it's not
Lake.
bad.
I like
It's
Crystal
not
Lake
bad.
still, but like it's just like Rio was so freaking good. It's
It
just
feels
like
different without Rio. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Yeah, it's hard to keep up with him without Rio. I
yeah,
get that, but I'm trying my best to because I want to give the new vocalist a chance, and he's doing pretty good so
yeah.
far. So.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not
Uh,
gonna hate on them at all. Breakdown of Sanity also announced they're dropping a new song. They've been teasing it for about a couple weeks now. I
there
don't
was
remember
the
what
new
it's called.
album. There was the new album though from Foreign Hands. It's their debut album. Did you check that one out?
Yes, and I'm gonna be completely fucking honest with you, man. That is the debuts are going crazy this year.
Yeah, I know.
For real. Like Bloom dropped a banger for their debut. Alvarelize took my album of the year spot for their debut, and Foreign Hands. I'm still trying to figure out if it's album of the year or not.
Oh
It's
shit!
very good.
Damn.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot.
I was not
I have to
expecting you
listen to
to
it a
like
few
it.
more times. I've only listened to it once. That was off first listen. I need to listen to it a few more times to actually fully determine if it is or not. I just haven't had the chance to, because my next listen was Stigma, and that made me just not want to listen to an album again.
Hmm.
So I have
Yeah,
to actually go back and listen to it.
I
We
listened to.
need to do our half year fucking lists because
Oh yeah. We should probably do it on this episode since it's half the year.
yeah,
Um, but
that's all I'm saying.
I love this album. Obviously, it's like hardcore, but it's also like mixed with like mid 2000s metalcore, like Under Oath. That's what I said. Like,
See that's what Boundaries reminded me of too,
yeah.
because Boundaries has that mix too with their new album. So like,
But even like the vocals
yeah,
especially give me that vibe. And it was produced by the GOAT, Will Putney. He always makes fucking amazing albums. I was looking through the albums that he's done. I had no idea he did like the Amity Afflictions first album. He did Slave to Nothing from Fit for a King. He's like done some masterpiece of albums.
yep,
Obviously he did all the Knock Loose albums except for the new one. Um, in their first EP, he didn't do that. But he did A Tear in the Fabric of Life. But yeah, this is an awesome album. My favorite songs are probably the first single, which was A Condition for a Head-On Collision featuring Ollie Appleyard. And that one was the one I was like, damn, this gives me Under Oath vibes. Like right when I listened to it, because like I'm pretty sure Static Dress has that vibe. I only listened to it like once or twice, but I got that vibe when I listened to them. My favorite single though was God Under Fingernails. That one was good, especially because they said their band name, but they didn't say it like how Knock Loose did it. It was like, I think it was like God Under Fingernails or Under Foreign Hands or something. I don't know, but like it was cool how they did it.
yeah.
So yeah.
Another release, Alt dropped a new single, and it's a banger.
I
I enjoyed it.
wasn't done yet.
Sorry,
I,
just wanted to drop
I
that
want
real quick.
I wanted to give my rating. I was gonna give it like a. I think I'm gonna give it like 8 out of 10 or 8.5. It was really good, especially for a
I agree
debut
with that.
album.
I agree with that.
Mhm.
Avrilize got a 9 from me, so I think it might still be the album of the year for now. Because the only difference is it's a bias thing. Everlize has a sound that I gravitate towards. So,
Yeah, and then
I mean
Four in
that's
the
me. I
Hands,
mean,
yeah, has my sound. More so.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyways, you said Alt dropped a new song.
Yep, Remnant. It's a very solid track. It's Thal, so I mean, it's I'm obviously gonna gravitate towards it. I love Thal.
Down with the thickness.
Still, yeah, still waiting on that brand new album from them. You know, it's about time they finally give us their debut.
Yeah.
Um, I can't wait, man. I've been following these guys since they dropped the Seed of Self Destruction, and I'm so excited to hear what they've got. They're on like number one on my watch list right now
For me,
for bands that might blow up.
oh
And
yeah,
you can go ahead and guess who their producer is.
Buster Oldham Hall.
Fucking Buster, yes.
Yes.
Fucking Buster. Yeah.
He had,
so
so that's 2 albums he has like coming out this year because he has.
Well, I don't know if it's dropping this year. They haven't
Oh,
announced it yet,
okay.
but
Potentially.
it's only you have to imagine it's only a matter of time.
Yeah.
Because like, you know.
It's crazy that like Humanity's Last Breath is his main thing, and then Voljartet, but then Throne was supposed to be the side piece, and of course that's the one that blew up the most.
Yeah.
Like Throne just like that's just crazy how fast they blew up. Obviously it's because it's a smart thing. They do the thing where they trade their royalties in for more the discovery mode thing, which it's clearly working out for them. So yeah. At first, like I liked Throne, obviously, but like I was like the songs are too short and they're not catchy enough. But the more I've listened to them, they are like Backfire, Gray Out, On the Verge. Obviously, is like their biggest one. Yeah. Also, like I relate to their lyrics, which I feel like is another thing.
Yeah.
But yeah. I'm excited for that album, even though I feel like it's going to be an album similar to Knocked Loose, where it's going to go by and it's going to be like, man, I want another album.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to leave you wanting more. Speaking of Knocked Loose, I think that I don't think it's going to be album of the year for the rest of the year for me. As much as I love it, like, I feel like, what's it called? Like, you know when you love an album and you like, I don't know how to describe it, but like you've overplayed it. I feel like I've overplayed it.
Yeah.
So
You see, and that's what separates good albums from great albums for me whenever I make my lists. Because I still listen to Heavener to this day, you know what I'm saying? So
But I know that like if I like stop listening to it for a while and I come back, I know I will like it, but it's just like I've listened to it like every single day.
Oh
so,
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I have like 2,226 streams on the album. So I mean, and it came out like last month, so a little over a month ago. So that's even more than Veil of Maya Mother. Mother I listened to a shit ton of times, which I still like that album. Still a great album. But I only have 1,489 listens on that album. And I listened to it like a lot when it first came out, and I listened to it a lot throughout the year, but yeah. What's it called?
I've got since last March, I have about 5,136 listens on Heavener.
Damn.
So
Wow.
there's that.
Yeah.
There's that. Second place. Oddly enough, even though it didn't take my number 2 spot last year, was Periphery 5.
Wow.
But I've stopped listening to that now.
Wow. Yeah,
So.
I haven't really been listening to much Periphery at all, really. Mainly because I've been listening to new stuff.
That's fair. I mean, Periphery still isn't bad, obviously. The Periphery 5 wasn't bad. It just isn't their best work. You know what I'm saying?
Also, Angel Killer 0 is already in my top 5 albums this year, but honestly, well, for streams at least, but honestly, I think it's my new number one because like I don't know, it's just like it's more fuller of an album, I guess I could say. Like
That's fair.
it has more to it than Knocked Loose. And Knocked Loose is short and sweet, which I also like. But like I don't know, like Angel Killer Zero feels like it has more.
Angel Killer Zero is number 5 or 6 for me. I have to pull up my list, but it's up there. It's up there. It's not as bad as I originally thought, because I originally only gave it a 7. I listened to it again, and now it's at an 8.5 or something. So.
Yeah, like my top. Okay, so I guess we'll start doing the top 5. I guess since I'm doing, already said my number 1. I think I just said my number 1. I'll give the rest. Let me go find it real quick. I have it on the list, but I don't know where.
We can kind of like split it up evenly. Like you say your number 5, I'll say my number 5, so on and so forth.
Okay, well I already said my number 1, so you could say your number 2.
Okay, well, an album that I feel like no one's ever not talking about much. You know what I'm saying? Is Shokran's new album, Duet. Yes, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry, but Shokran's new album's pretty good. No one ever fucking talks about it though. Like it's right up my alley because again I'm a fan of gent music. I love progressive metalcore, whatever, and it's the kind of album that caters to their fan base, and that's totally fine with me because what they do is it's nothing unlike what goes on in the genre, but at the same time, it doesn't need to be. They do it so damn well. You know what I'm saying? They're like what Wage War used to be. They do it so damn well that it doesn't fucking matter if they change up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, I don't want Joker to change up, frankly.
Yeah.
But this album, it has everything that you'd expect from an album by them. It has incredible guitar work from Dimitri. Then it's got pretty solid vocals from Sergey. Yeah. It's got everything you expect. Heavy breakdowns. Great lyrics that are like on the borderline of solid and just good. You know what I'm saying? They're there. Yeah. And all in all, it's a solid album. I don't know if it's worthy of a top 3 spot. I mean, I've listened to it a lot. It's probably my second most listened album this year, but it's definitely worthy of a top 5 spot. So I think right now, to be safe, I'm going to give it number 5. But it's probably going to change by the end of the year.
I thought that was your number 2.
That's not my number 2. I'm going 5 to 1. I'm going 5 to 1.
Well, I have 26 albums on my list. But
I've only kept the albums that I find to be the best this year so far. None of the bad albums. So on my list. If they're not going to be on my list, they shouldn't be there at all.
I'm going a descending order though. So my second is gonna be Knocked Loose. You Won't Go Before You're Supposed To. It was number 1. I bought this album 3 times on vinyl, which tells you how much I love it. But damn. There's a better podcast right now with better guests, which you should check it out. It's the Brutality Podcast, and I think they have Kyle from Body Snatcher, which is cool. Yeah. Anyways, Knocked Loose, You Won't Go Before You're Supposed To. I like it. It's just that I feel like I wish there was 2 more songs maybe on it, because there's 2 really fast songs, which was Thirst and Moss Covers All. Moss Covers All is literally 47 seconds, so yeah. And like the good thing is like that there's nothing that like it doesn't drag on like Wage War. It just feels like it happens and it's over. Piece by Piece is one of my favorite actual songs, as well as The Calm That Keeps You Awake. Like, those are the 2 fullest songs on the album, as well as Don't Reach For Me, which was my least favorite single, but honestly now I think it's my second favorite next to Suffocate. And then Slaughterhouse 2, obviously, Sit and Mourn. So yeah. Number 2 is you won't go before you're supposed to. So now you can
So
go.
my number 4 goes to album again. You probably wouldn't expect from me.
Mm.
It's one. They're one of the most tenured, well, longest tenured, sorry, metalcore bands in the scene. Uh, they're on the label that's been popping off in the last couple years. Same label as Invent Animate. You can go ahead and guess who I'm talking about.
Mm.
It's like Moths to Flames.
Mm.
The cycles of trying to cope. That album surprised me. I didn't expect such a good album from them after the last one, but it kicked me in the teeth. I enjoyed it. It's solid, emotional, not too heavy, but not too soft either. It's right in the middle of what they normally do, and taking it and pushing it to another boundary.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's different, but it's a good different, and I enjoyed it. I've listened to it a few times. It's probably gonna switch in between Shokran's album and you know what I'm saying. So like it's
Yeah.
gonna change, but right now as it sits right now it's at number 4, and I think it's deserving of that because it's a good bounce back from their last album.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So
All
number
right.
4, I'm off the Flames.
For me is an Australian metalcore, new metal kind of band, kind of like Diamond Contract. In fact, they're the band that everybody compares Diamond Contract to. You could already guess that. It is Alpha Wolf, Half Living Things. At number 3, they released Bring Back the Noise, which was basically the intro track of the album, but it was still pretty good. Then they got Double Edged Demise. That one was one of my favorites because of the way it starts. Tick tock, boom. That was pretty cool. And then Haunter, I love that one. That's probably my favorite song on the album. Sucks to Suck, I like that one. It's funny and it's like less serious. And then Whenever You're Ready, that one was like the emotional song. There's actually 2 emotional songs on this album. Maybe like 3 actually. There's 3 songs that like are more like the metalcore vibe. And then I don't even know how to say this one, but the one that I'm pretty sure it's his Instagram name. Lashi's Instagram name, but that one, the one before Terrible Day for Rain, that one was good. And then the title track is good. And then, but yeah, I love the whole album. Do I think it was better than A Quiet Place to Die? I don't know, because I really like A Quiet Place to Die. The only songs I didn't really like on that album that much, but I still like them, was The Mind Bends to a Will of Its Own and Golden Fate Isolate. Those are the only ones I didn't like, but I love the rest of it. A Quiet Place to Die, Creep, Akudama, Acid Romance, Rotten Pieces, Bleed for You, Ultraviolent Violet, the song that got me into them, Restricted 18 Plus, which if anybody somehow for some reason is an old time watcher of my channel, you will remember that I reacted to that. And then Don't Ask. Yeah. I also like their little collab EP they did with Holding Absence. That was good. But yeah.
See, the one song that kept it off of my top 5 was Sucks to Suck. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If that song wasn't there, it would have broke my top 5. Absolutely.
But yeah. Well, that's because you don't like fun. You're boring.
Oh, shut the fuck. Shut the fuck.
You know
Anyways,
I'm right.
I'm gonna acknowledge Charles real quick. Yes, I see you, Charles. Yes, I see that you got MCC. Yes, we can try to play later if you want. If
Wait,
not,
what?
it's cool.
Oh.
He's been bugging me in DMs.
Oh.
He said, "Read more chat, you douche."
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
motherfucker. Alright.
I'm looking at myself because I'm a weirdo.
Oh, my number 3. Okay, my number 3. This one's tough. I actually am still thinking about this one because it goes between 2. Because I don't know which one to pick for this spot. I think I'm gonna go with Eminence the Black with number 3.
All
An
right.
album not hyped up to be album of the year this year. It still delivered. Um,
That one.
but I didn't expect Boundaries and Have Our Lives to be really good.
That one for
I didn't.
me is at number 8. Number 8.
That's fair. I mean, it's not really your style either. It doesn't. It clashes with your style.
It was a
you know what I'm
good
saying?
album though.
Yeah,
It was more on the emotional side, I feel like.
yeah. I mean, Eddie Berg does a really awesome job of encapsulating that emotion with his voice, while
Yeah.
also playing the violin
Yeah.
and mixing it into their sound as much as he does. He's on my list of top vocalists this year, absolutely, because he killed it on this album. It's much better than the last album, I think. Last album wasn't bad, but it just wasn't as good as I expected it to be.
Yeah, it was like the
It's probably
singles.
because of me. Yeah, it's probably because of me hyping it up so much. This album lived up to the hype, so thank
For
God
me-
for that.
For me also, I feel like the last album before the Black Heaven and Hiding, I feel like the singles were better than the rest of the album.
Oh yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely, and that's something that sometimes you should try to avoid. The best
Yeah.
songs don't always have to be the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
now going back to Stigma for a second,
Oh, wait,
I would have
what?
been fine with Stigma for just 1 second on the topic of singles.
Mhm.
Magnetic would have been better off as just an album song, all right?
Yeah.
Whereas, most of the singles that Eminence puts out are typically their best songs.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean by that. Because, like, there's some singles sometimes, like Sucks to Suck, for instance.
Mhm.
I didn't like it, but the album ended up being really good. So, like,
Yeah.
We
you know,
love you,
so-
dog. We're heading out, dog.
All right.
I'm gonna see you Saturday.
See you later.
It's gonna be fucking lit, like English lit.
For real. Say goodbye to the good people.
The homies.
goodbye. Peace.
Goodbye, people of Discord. Have a great
It's
fucking day.
YouTube, you fucking retard. Oh wait, I probably
can't say that.
Well,
Demon
we're
monetized.
canceled. See you guys next time.
Demonetized.
The moment Trent Wilson destroyed his career.
Is your band practice on Saturday?
Later,
Good.
homies.
Band is canceled. Podcast is canceled. It's okay. I'm one too. I can say.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah. I'm in the white base right over there.
God damn.
Also one of my favorite YouTubers. I said it once. You can't cancel me. I'll say it again though.
Cancel.
Okay, we're already canceled.
Say what you've been waiting to say all this time.
God.
Why? All right.
Anyways, yeah. Eminence the Black, solid. Number
Yeah.
3.
we just we destroyed the podcast. It's been ruined. All right. Well, yeah. What were we saying?
Eminence the Black was my number 3.
Yes. Okay. All right. What was my number 4? Oh, my number 4 was Boundaries. Death is a Little More. It was a good album, and it was obviously more my style, and it had, what did it have? I have to look at the track list again. Ooh, yeah. Okay. I love the song Turning Hate into Rage. Obviously I love the songs with Locky. I don't fucking know how to say his name. And then I obviously really love the song with Matt Honeycutt because I love Kublai Khan. Literally any song with him on vocals is awesome. But yeah, this album was great. Even the more like metalcore-ish songs like Easily Erased, I love that one too. It's a great album. And I am going to be seeing them with Beartooth, so that'll be pretty cool.
Alright.
Yeah.
So that brings me to my number 2, which is Boundaries. Death is a Little More.
Whoa.
Oh,
Wait.
I think you failed to mention one incredible song
Side note.
One of my
So-
favorite features of the year.
Oh yeah, I know. Well, that's because
Yep.
you love advent anime. Marcus Vick, yeah.
Flamesburg, Marcus Vick.
But well,
It's not just because of Marcus. It's because of how the feature fits.
it's a
You know what I'm saying? Like
It is good,
it's
but
it gets heavy.
I
It's got
like
that classic metalcore vibe, and then it just cuts into the mellow. I
it's
love
just
that.
it's just because Matt Honeycutt is just so good. It's just like, yeah. He
That's
also
fair.
I forgot to talk about something else he did recently. He did Lamb of God. What's it called? I gotta find the song again because I can't remember. Oh wait, Another Nail in the Coffin. Yeah, featuring himself and Alex from Malevolence that came out June 6th. So yeah, glad I brought that up because I completely forgot about it. I
Yeah.
thought it came out last month. But anyways, whatever you were saying.
Aside from that, though, the album's really good. It starts really fast, really heavy, really strong. Darkness Shared is one of my favorite songs. I also love Easily Erased, of course. Pale Light Lingers, oddly enough, might be my favorite song on this album. It's my most listened to song on the album.
Yeah.
The one featuring Laki. I'm sorry. If anybody knows how to pronounce his name in chat, if anyone watches this podcast, please correct me. I don't know how to say his name. But
Somebody called him Loki, and I was like, no, because I've had a dog named Loki, and I know that's not how you say it.
But yeah, I mean that might actually be my favorite song because it's the most. It and Blame's Burden are my two most listened to songs on this album. So, but the album's pretty solid. I gave it a 9. It's gone down to like an 8.5. That's because the year's going on, it's progressing. It's probably gonna change, but you know, it's definitely deserving of number 2. I've listened to this album a few more times over. So, if I like an album, I'll listen to it a few times over. So. Yeah, number 2, Boundaries. Death is a little more.
Okay.
On to your number 5, sir.
Yeah. Which is a local band, a really good local band that I feel like is gonna get past that local stage. It's annoying when, like, my mom's like, I support local bands, and she's like Ice Nine Kills. I'm like, they're not a local band anymore. They're from here, but that doesn't mean they're a local band. It's two different things. They're still in that local scene. Devitalized, State of Aggression, amazing album. I honestly was like a little worried because I have been supporting them since their early days in Reverse the Curse, and I was just like, ooh, like I really, cause like I liked their songs back in the day on that, but I was just like, I know the production needed to be better. And I am glad to say that they have gotten better. They sound like a band that's not a local band, which is good. Like, I feel like they have that authentic sound. And then, yeah, my favorite songs on the album was Karma Suda, Godslayer, basically everything. I like Welcome Back, but everything after Karma Suda was my favorite. Karma Sutra, sorry. The title track, Flesh Pit, Dead. I just call it Dead. It's called X, but whatever. It's only 26 minutes, but it has 8 songs, so I mean, I guess that makes sense. There was a song that was supposed to be on it, but they deleted it because apparently they didn't like it. It was called False Reality. But yeah, that song's not on the album anymore. They also have an EP that is also good, production wise, called Resurgence, but that came out in 2022, so. But yeah, good album. Yeah.
I agree on the Devitalized album. It's solid for a debut, so I'm not.
It's a solid debut album.
Yeah. Hello, Marcos.
Hello.
In the chat.
What's up, bro? Welcome to the
alright.
podcast.
So, my number 1, you already know what it is.
Mhm.
You already know. It's Averlies Freaks, the most surprising album of the year. I didn't expect this album to hit as much as it did, but honestly, dude, it's every time I go back to it, I have some fun with it, and it's like I don't think a debut has had this much impact on me since well, it was fucking Periphery. Yeah, Periphery's debut, and I went back to listen to their debut album after listening to the Juggernaut albums. This album hit me hard. So like, my favorite song on the album is Overdose. It's kind of like a mixture of soft and heavy. Very solid, very fun. I love Lotus, Canvas, the saxophone part, amazing. The whole album is just different, man. It has a mixture of gent with your standard metalcore structure, but it mixes very nicely. For a band that just showed up,
Yeah.
if this is what they're doing now, imagine what they're going to be doing in a few years. You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully.
So, yeah.
Because
So,
sometimes bands shit the bed, and I hope that doesn't
Oh,
happen.
yeah. Me too. Because like,
I'm
honestly,
way too
I
hard.
need more German band. I need more German bands to listen to that aren't unprocessed.
Yes.
Because, yeah. Because I realize, they are from Germany.
They're-
That
They're a
growing
lot.
metal region.
They're a lot lower on my list because I haven't really revisited much. My list is confusing because it's not really by like how good the album is or anything. It's mostly how much I've listened to it.
Yeah, I got you.
But it also does have a little bit of like what's good. Like my number, I'm gonna skip. Foreign Hands is at my number 6 spot, but number 7 is Job for a Cowboy, Moon Healer, which is the album I haven't really listened to, but it is so good. It is more on the technical. I think it's like a tech death album, like would be like a good thing to call it, or something like that.
Yeah.
But they actually use their bass player, which is like unheard of, and he's really good. And yeah, just the album in general is really good. I haven't really listened to it that many times. I need to pull it up right now and see how many times I've actually listened to it. But like, I know it's good, and I know like it grabbed my attention right away. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I love Doom, their first album, and it's obviously a staple in the deathcore genre. But they're not a band that it's just like they're one of my top favorite deathcore bands. I only have 13 listens on this album, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I remember it. It's a memorable album, so yeah. Yeah. But I have like 27 albums on this list, and I bet you cannot guess what album is at number 27. I only put it there because honestly I forgot to put it somewhere, so I just put it all the way at the bottom. Guess what it is?
I'm like, oh, now that you say that, it's probably not Stigma.
It is.
Is it Stigma?
Yeah, I forgot to put it on the list.
I mean, he deserves to be bottom. It's my least favorite this year.
I probably would put it under The Ghost Inside, even though I feel like maybe I need to go back to The Ghost Inside. I feel like I might like it a little bit more, but then again, The Ghost Inside isn't really a band I've ever really gotten into. I did like, what's it called? I like their older stuff for sure. And I liked some songs off the new album, but like they're like a band that I'm not like crazy about.
Yeah.
But since we already went through albums, let's go on to EPs. My number 1 album, I forgot to re-rank this, but I know what my wait, hold on, let me double check this because this band dropped 2 EPs this year, so I need to make sure which one's the number 1. I know it based off the album art. Yes. I guess, okay, wait, I found it. Okay, Goddess Rain by Amnonia. I don't know how to say it. But yeah. Yeah, I was actually surprised because I didn't really think I was gonna like it as much as their first album, which was Goddess Wept. Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna like it that much. For some reason, I don't know why I have it lower. Oh wait, also the Plot and You came out with an EP. I forgot to check that out. Whoops. But yeah. Yeah, I really like the EP. It has like more. It sounds like a new era, like of deathcore. Like I've never heard anything really like it before. Like I've heard like something similar. For me, Goddess Wept wasn't as good because people were telling me it sounds like new Chelsea, like old Chelsea Grin, but new, and I was like, I don't really hear it. It just sounds like another deathcore EP to me. But this one sounded good, and that's why it's number one.
I think it has to be my number one too.
Really? Wow.
Pretty solid. Yeah,
Oh.
it's pretty solid. I haven't listened to many EPs this year though, but like it's pretty solid.
And then number
I can't
two,
complain.
I'm sorry, it's not what you think it is, but it's Wisp, Pandora. It's a chill album. I mean EP. It's like, yeah. That's all I could say. It's like a shoegaze rock album, and like I've not really listened to much shoegaze rock, but it was good. That's all I can say. Like it was chill, and it's like something new for me. So, and like I guess the lyrics were like emotional and stuff.
I'm still trying to like figure out my list for EPs.
Okay, well I'll keep going. My number 3. It goes to the guitarist. The guitarist is in this band, who is in this podcast. It is Lorne Complexity. Number 3.
Hey,
Yes.
hey,
Definitely a
I
step
heard
up.
that guy is.
I don't know who. It's me. I'm in that band. I'm the guitarist that's in that band. Totally.
Damn, dude, shredded.
For real. I didn't even know it was that good. Holy shit. But yeah, no, it's Will's project or band, whatever.
The sister project to Eternity's Edge.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I feel like the first EP, like it felt like it had too much inspiration for Eternity's Edge for me, and it felt like it was like hard for me to like differentiate it for me, I guess.
That's facts. I can also tell you why that is. So Artificial Void was a track that I did originally write for an Eternity's Edge album, but it didn't make the cut. So I was like, hey, can we just re-record this? And we did. Our bassist at the time was also a piece of shit, so we kicked him. The piece of shit reason is not going to be mentioned online because I don't want us to get actually canceled. So
Yeah.
But we have a new bassist, and he helped me with production and helped with songwriting ideas. So that helps a lot. So, glad you liked it.
I don't think you would have got canceled, but like, yeah,
Oh no, it's pretty bad.
yeah, I know,
Pretty bad.
but you won't get canceled for it.
The
They
same
did-
reason Dr. Disrespect is getting canceled. There you go.
Yeah, I didn't even know what that was about, but well, now I do. So anyways,
Yeah.
but yeah, my favorite song was Faster on that one, which was the song that you didn't think I was gonna like, but I was just like, damn.
Please go a little faster.
Yeah. And I think my
That
second,
one was literally added last second. So.
and then my other favorites were the singles, Crucifix and Animal.
Oh,
The
yeah.
whole EP was great. And then my number 4 is Andromeda. Wait, not Andromeda. The fucking same band that I have at number 1, Goddess Wept. Yeah. And then I have the rest of it. Number 5 is Greyhaven Stereo Grief. I haven't really listened to it that much, to be honest. Actually, I think I would put Downswing Let This Life Devour You above that one. But yeah, that's so I guess Downswing is number 5, and then Grey Haven's number 6. Great Downswing is more like hardcore mixed with metalcore. Well, they're just now adding metalcore. They used to be more like hardcore, but then the last album, EP, whatever. God, my brain is all over the place. But it's Northlane's Mirror's Edge, which a lot of people actually really like that EP. I actually like it too, but it's just like I don't care about Northlane. I'm sorry. The only album I ever really cared about from them was the one before Marcus joined, I think. And that was Singularities. Yeah, that album was really good. Quantum Flux is like the one song I have. Or like, yeah. I think that was... Yeah, okay. I was trying to remember if that was the one that like got me into them. Yes, it is. That's the one that started to set my brain.
Bless you.
Mhm.
Alright, so I do actually have a list now. So
You just made the list.
you just made the list. So my number 2 EP, it goes to Before I Turn. With their EP, my mind just blanked. Hold on. Wow. Why did my mind blank so hard just now?
You know what happens when you forget your own list?
The devil exists. The devil exists. Sorry. Yeah. So that EP, it was meant to be an album. It got cut in half. They're gonna drop the rest of it either sometime this year or next year. They've been teasing it for a bit. So this might be taken off my list and just added to an album of the year list. But as of right now, as it stands, it is an EP and it's number 2. They are very similar to Invent Animate, except the difference is they're a bit more deathcore-y with a mix of pseudo horror stories. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying Ice Nine Kills. More so, they make their own stories and they put it into music. And I've been following these guys for a bit since 2018 when they dropped Claustrophobic.
Isn't that
One
what
of the best Gent albums.
Isn't that what Ice Nine Kills used to do? Like Unsafe is just a shadow.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't followed Ice Nine Kills. I didn't follow their early stuff. I followed like
Their early work was a
Silver
little
Screen
bit too
album.
sheen for me.
But no, this is a band that they got some solid gent while also mixing in some deathcore as well. So it's like you'll get what you want with this band, but for a while I've always thought there was something missing, and I feel like The Devil Exists, this EP, brings in what they were missing. You know what I'm saying? So, which was some more cohesiveness, if that makes sense. Because for a while on Lovelorn, that album felt like there was just technicality for the sake of being technical.
Yeah.
Claustrophobic, on the other hand, was gent. It was a gent fest, which
Yeah.
I love. I love gent. Devil Exists, on the other hand, felt like he brought in the songwriting aspect a bit more. And that's why I enjoyed it. That's why it's number 2 for me. My number 3, to go ahead and get caught up to you, my number 3 goes to Hollow Sanctum. They're a band that's not very well known. Pretty small band, actually. They're about 17, almost 18,000 monthly listeners. Their EP, Paramount, it's a pretty solid deathcore EP. I found these guys last year while watching a Twitch stream, and not gonna lie to you, they're very solid. They're a very solid deathcore band. I feel like they have the same issues that I had with Devitalized, which was they're just missing something. But these guys are on the upward. They're like Devitalized. They're on the upward trajectory. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
Hollow Sanctum takes number 3 with that EP. And my number 4, I haven't listened to many EPs this year. I might just go ahead and give you one. I'll put your EP at number 4 because I haven't listened to many EPs this year. So I need to get caught up on that. But yeah, your EP is solid. Your EP is solid, man. Totally not because I'm on there. Okay. That's a joke. Obviously. But yeah, That's my list. I only have 4 EPs I've listened to this year. I haven't listened to many.
Nice.
I want to be a narcissist. I can put mine too.
Alright.
I want to be a narcissist.
Like Nick Nocturnal. No, just kidding. He had like Termina, Def Funk, Nick Nocturnal. Like he had all his projects on his Spotify rap last year, and then he was just like, I can explain. And
I can explain.
everyone just like.
Ain't nothing wrong with bumping your music. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And I think
I
you had yourself. Yeah, you had your project
Infinity
as
Edge
top
was number
5.
3.
Or yeah.
It's number 3, dog.
Mine wasn't even on the list because it was. I think it was like Whitechapel and Knock Loose and Lorna Shore. I don't remember, but it was something like that.
It's probably gonna be there too again this year.
Speaking of Whitechapel, they're supposed to be dropping an album this year. I don't know if that's still happening, but Phil Bozeman said that he'd like to release a single before the Lorna Shore tour, which I really hope so. And they also said they're only going to be playing stuff off the first 3 albums, which is amazing, because there's one song I really want to hear from them live. I've seen them like 3 or 4 times now live, and that's Vicer X Caesar. I think that's how you say it, but yeah, I love that song. It's brutal. And I'm hoping they play it. If they don't, I'm gonna cry, because I'm gonna be like, God damn it, you said you were gonna play your first 3 albums, and you don't even give me the song I want to hear. God damn it. But yeah. So I guess I'll talk about singles this year, even though honestly, can't really remember that many singles. I know one of my.
All on albums now.
Yeah. Well, one of my favorite singles this year, because it's the first one I can think of, is Look at Me by Throne, but that's not going to be a single soon. It's going to be on the new album, but the album's not out yet, so yeah.
I just remembered an EP that I missed. I can't believe I fucking missed it. This should be my number 1. Fuck.
Oh, shit.
The Poetic Edda. Fucking Sinestian Disembodied Tyrant, dude. I went crazy.
Oh, yeah.
That EP. And
Yeah,
it's
you
not,
told me to
didn't
check
even
it.
mention it, dog. God
Stupid.
fucking damn it.
Up, time for me to use the R word again. Get canceled. You stupid
Fucking dummy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. Nah, man. Fucking, I'm not a fan of deathcore, but like, goddamn. This is an EP I can get behind.
I forgot this band came out with a single this year because they kind of had some drama. Ocean's 8 Alaska. I didn't really like that song. Not
I
gonna lie.
agree.
was
It
like-
sucks. It really sucks because I'm a prog fan. I love Lost Isles. I love everything they've put out up until the last album.
I really liked the
And-
last album.
The last album was okay. It just, I don't feel like it captured what they're known for. Like, yeah, it was technical, but only
And
really on the top.
I also think that it should have came out sooner, which it supposedly was supposed to, but the label said no. Nope. Also, damn, like, no, people are not really listening to this album because I'm looking at the streams, and like Empty Space has like 400,000 streams. The song of Eric doesn't have that many streams. It only has 587.
That's crazy. That's probably my favorite on that album.
Yeah, but Shallow Graves only 697,000, but Soul for some reason is one of the more popular ones with like
It's a
over.
single, that's why.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a single. Pretty
Was?
sure. It has that lo-fi vibe, which I like that, but it's not.
It-
It doesn't feel like ocean.
It was-
dog.
It wasn't a single. The only
It
singles,
wasn't a single.
yeah, Metamorph, New Dawn, and Nova were singles.
I'm not gonna count fucking New Dawn as a song. It's an interview.
Yeah, it's a
Come
yeah.
on, man.
It's an interlude after an interlude. Well, 2 songs after an interlude. But yeah,
But I don't know, man. Give me another album like Lost Isles. That'd be sick.
yeah.
Or like, better yet, Hikari. Because like, if they were trying to get the lo-fi vibe, why don't they fucking just do another Hikari type album?
I don't think
You know
I'm
what I'm
gonna
saying?
get behind the vocalist that much because like I think he's the worst out of like the 3 vocalists they had. I know he's only had 1 song, but
I
first
mean, my whole thing, yeah, first impression was not that good. But like, I don't know. I might stop listening to them now because if what James is saying is true, I can't support that.
yeah,
Consider the fact that he's left the band twice now
yeah,
for apparently the same reason.
yeah.
That must say something.
And I really hope, I hope Chris Turner is not one of them. I was just watching a video of him the other day. He's fucking crazy. He's one of the best drummers out there, who unfortunately doesn't get as much recognition as he should. But if that stuff is true,
The only way he could do that is if he left Oceans, I think.
yeah.
But if
Honestly,
he leaves Oceans, the band's over probably because
Yeah.
no one can replace him.
yeah. If he leaves, they're fucked. They're so fucked because he's literally not like it's not like. No disrespect, I love Joey Jordison, but obviously they've replaced him, tried. But like Chris Turner, I feel like you cannot replace him. There's no way. I don't know any drummer as good as him. And that's why I really hope what the stuff was with Ocean 8 Alaska, I hope it does not involve him. I really, really am praying and hoping that. Because, yeah, he's a great drummer. But, enough of that. I don't really. Well, I can tell you what singles I didn't like this year. I feel like that's easier to do. Not gonna lie. One of them is A Day to Remember Feedback. I love A Day to Remember. I'm going to see them. Their last album sucked. Miracle was pretty good. This song sucked though. And I'm gonna have to hear it live, which, I mean, that sucks for me. Another single I didn't like, 2 singles I didn't like, both from the same band. I bet you could guess who this is. Falling in Reverse. Both the new singles. I don't like them. Yeah. Hello? Hello? Are you there? Bro, wait, what happened? Hello? Oh, he died. He's dead. He died. Oh no, well, that's it. It's over. It's all over. Damn. Rest in peace. Will died. Well, guess we'll have to get somebody else. Shit, well, I wish my friends didn't leave. They could be the replacements. Let's see. What else didn't I like that came out this year? Ooh, okay, I didn't like. Okay, this EP did come out this year. I don't like this EP from Asking Alexandria, Dark Void. I don't like it.
Wi-Fi shit itself.
Oh shit. Well, that sucks.
Yeah. Hi. I don't know why it's not working. I'm on my
Welcome
phone.
back. I'm just talking about stuff I didn't like Falling in Reverse and the new Asking Alexandria EP, and
They dropped an EP.
earlier in the year, yeah.
Fuck. I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, probably. I don't think it was good because it was the one where they said we're gonna go heavy again, and then like it wasn't good. So yeah.
Come on, Wi-Fi. Why are you doing this? Our Wi-Fi is being stupid.
Yeah.
It's not connecting. That's fine.
Technical.
Oh well, we'll finish it up like this. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh yeah, I
Start my
forgot.
computer. If that helps.
We didn't even talk about WWE. So
Yeah,
I
we
guess
did.
now we'll talk about it. Joe Hendry made his debut in NXT WWE.
And got eliminated in like 20 seconds.
Yeah, that sucked. But at least he got a great pop and a great reaction, and apparently WWE liked it, so hopefully that means we'll see him again. Also, we had some other TNA appearances. I forgot who.
Kazarian.
Yeah. And I forgot her name.
Jordan Grace.
Yeah.
And
Also, what's her name? Fuck. I feel stupid for not knowing her name because I'm the one who.
Tatum Paxley.
Yeah, she.
Tatum Paxley went to TNA.
Yeah, that was awesome.
She went to TNA for an episode.
Yeah. So, yeah. And Money in the Bank is the 6th, which I don't think I'm going to be able to watch it because I'm going to my cousin's show. So that sucks. But I will.
What time is it at?
I'm gonna look.
It's in.
It's in
So I'll say-
Toronto.
Oh fuck yeah! I can fucking watch it when I get home. Hell yeah! Depending on what day. I'm pretty sure I'm off at 7 that day. So hell yeah! I'll be able to watch it.
It's on at 6:30. Wow, that's kind of.
What? Okay, well never mind. I won't be able to watch it. What the fuck?
That's kinda,
Why?
That's early. Holy shit.
Why? Damn
Yeah.
it!
I thought it was gonna start like at 8.
I would be in the East Coast. Come on, Wi-Fi, please. I'm begging you.
But and then NXT Heatwave is the next day, which I will be able to watch that. And also, I am able to watch Raw, SmackDown, and NXT because I've found a way to watch it. But yeah, I can't tell you how I watch it because, yeah. But yeah, I watch it on cable. All right, sure, we'll say that. I pay $0.00 for cable, and I'm able to watch it. Yeah. So, anyways, do with that as you will. And yeah. What else? Oh yeah. Next month the new Deadpool movie comes out. I probably will watch that, even though, not gonna lie, Marvel movies lately have sucked. Can't even lie. There's like not that many movies coming out this year, mainly because of the strike, I think. But that's why they keep showing repeats, re-releases, or anniversaries, whatever. But they showed because last year had a lot of bigger movies. Like it had Mario, Oppenheimer, Barbie, Black Adam, even though yeah, that wasn't really good. Thanks, Rock. Thanks. Yeah. I might be able to go to the Royal Rumble in January, depending on how much money I have, because it's in Indiana and my friend lives there, so yeah.
Right, yeah.
Maybe if I visit him again, maybe I will go see that. I don't know what this stuff is on my microphone, but I don't know. I think maybe when I was screaming after I ate, something got in here. But
Yeah.
I don't know what this is. Is your Wi-Fi gonna be able to fix it?
Nah, it's not gonna come back. It's a little.
Damn. R.I.P.
Yeah, it it won't let me connect back to it for some fucking reason. Now it's not even on my list.
Jeez. Well,
Damn.
we didn't even have that much to talk about this episode anyway. Like, I think this is gonna be the
Yeah.
shortest episode. June was kind of a dry month, and same thing with
It
July.
was very much.
July is kind of dry too.
Yeah, we're probably not gonna have much to talk about till about August.
Yeah,
So.
like the next thing I know that will want to talk about is the Throne album,
Yeah.
unless we could find other things. But unless somebody surprise drops an album, that'd be nice.
Right.
Bands I think that will not drop an album. I know Lorna Shore is definitely not dropping an album because they're doing the Pain Remains front to back tour.
Yeah.
So, but I think next year they'll drop one. If they don't, that would be crazy. At least a single next year. Cause they're not becoming irrelevant, but like they're not. Well, with the Pain and Remains tour, that kind of brought them back. I feel like, but they were like kind of. I feel like people were starting not to talk about them that much. So, I still think Will Ramos is. I think he is one of the best deathcore vocalists, but I think David Simonach might be like close to the same level. I love David personally, and every time he does a feature, you could tell. Like the one feature, the feature I didn't like from Will Ramos this year was his August Burns Red one because I couldn't really tell where he was until like a few listens, and I could figure out where he was.
Yeah.
I saw this meme for August Burns Red. It was like this dude with a giant ass beard. He was bald, and then he was also wearing flip flop. I was like, that is every August Burns Red fan. That's why I'm not. I don't consider myself a fan, even though I have a signed album from them, which was Guardians. But like, I'm not like head over it. They're not like, I don't know. Kill Switch is my favorite from the 2000s era. I'm not crazy over August Burns Red. They're good, but I feel like a lot of their. Oh wait, I love Messengers and Constellations, but like besides that, also I forgot how big of a. I remember I was trying to figure out an album of the year for every single year since the 2000s, and I remember 2009 was the one year I struggled on, which I don't know why, because that year had so many good releases. It had No Time to Bleed by Suicide Silence, which honestly I feel like that one might be my album of the year. And it also had Homesick by A Day to Remember. It had, hold on, I gotta go look. I have to double check this, but I'm pretty sure this album did come out in 2009. Yeah, it did. With Roots Above and Branches Below by The Devil Wears Prada. Stand Up and Scream by Asking Alexandria, which I don't care. I like that album. I love it. That is a classic for the MySpace kids. And yeah, 2009 was a pretty good year, Mike. Pretty fucking good year. It's too bad. Like, if I could go back to any year, it'd be like 2007, or 2008, or 2009, because like maybe 2010. 2010 I feel like would have been a good year to be the age I am now, because that's when like Bring Me the Horizon was like, they had their good shit out. Like they had their first 3 albums out. Those are my favorite albums, the first 3. That's when Whitechapel was blowing up. That's when Suicide Silence with Mitch was still around, Chelsea Grin was starting, like all these huge bands that are out now were just getting started, and it would have been so awesome to see. But
Right.
now a lot of those bands don't play anything off their older albums. I'm talking to you, Bring Me the Horizon. Like every single time I see Bring Me the Horizon, they always play Diamonds Aren't Forever everywhere else except for my spot, and it's like I feel like you're doing it on purpose. I think so.
Oh man.
But yeah, I really don't have much else to talk about.
Oh, neither. Yeah, these next couple months are gonna be real stale, unless something big gets announced.
It's like the opposite of the last few years, because the last few years it felt like, cause like October usually is like the bigger month, like
Oh yeah, it's gonna get big later on.
hopefully, but like there's been nothing announced that it's gonna be releasing there, but we still got a few months till then, so hopefully stuff starts getting announced. The thing is, like, when there's so many releases, you don't even know who else you want to release something. When there's so many things, like, I can't think of. I'm trying to think. I'm hoping Great American Ghost releases an album this year, because they released Hymns of Decay. I am praying, and I'm pretty sure you are too, that Make Them Suffer drops an album, because it's been fucking 20
Too fucking long.
Yeah, like 4 years.
Yeah.
How to Survive a Funeral was really good, and we need a new one. We need a new album, so yeah. So that's about it for me.
Yeah, me too, man. I mean, we got that fucking thing we got planned. So.
Oh yeah. That
It's gonna be fun.
the thing. Well, I guess I'll
the thing that will be announced later on, not right now.
Yes. Well, I do have something to plug right now, even though nobody's going to be able to go, because nobody who watches this podcast is from my area. But in case you are from either Rhode Island or Massachusetts, my band is playing on July 10th at Sammy's Patio in Revere, Massachusetts. It's a benefit show, so you should come down and support that. And we're also playing a show in Rhode Island July 14th. So yeah, that's gonna be great. And we're trying to head to the studio. Unfortunately, being in a band, you have to have money, and we're all kind of broke, so but we're trying to figure it out. But yeah,
Whatever works. Ain't broke, don't fix it.
For real, yeah. So that's it. That's about it. I don't think I have. Oh yeah, and I've been working on some new stuff for Destined for Doom. I don't think it's gonna come out this year, but we'll see. So yeah.
Oh yeah, we're both working on shit, bro. Let's go.
Well, yeah. So yeah. And I've already sent you one of the things I was working on. So
Yes, sir.
yeah.
I sent you one of the things I've been working on. Let's go.
Yeah. Real sneak peeks.
Sneak peeks that
You
will
won't
not
get it. Nobody else
not
gets
anytime
it.
soon. Yeah, nobody until later. Or if you
Yeah.
look at my Facebook page and see lyrics, that's not the only time.
Yeah.
But
Alright.
anyway.
Anyways, peace out.